What is up, everyone? Welcome to the Genius for Sports podcast. It is early on a STUesday. What's up, Coach?
Good morning, Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Me and Flip, it's so early, y'all. We're watching the sunrise.
Yes, sir. It's the STUesday sun. I love it. It's the best sun there is every week. So, hey, Coach, what you got for us today?
Specialization, Flip. I think that on your Virginia for Sports podcast, you would Coach Marcus Lewis, Bryan High School head football coach, my right-hand man. He talked about that theory on specialization, and it's something that we bought into. It's something that we were stern about. It's something we believed in. Whether or not you should specialize in one sport, we did not believe in it. We did not believe in it. We had a rule there that you were going to play more than one sport. That was the expectation. If you were not playing a sport, you were going to be in the weight room with us. The last thing you were going to do is sit around. But we did not want a one sport athlete. With that being said, when recruiters come in, that's one of the very first things they ask. Do they play another sport? Because they want to know if they got the assets from and the skills from what other sports provide. So you think about it. Basketball, the agility, the feet agility, the speed, the quickness, wrestling, an individual sport, the toughness, track, the speed, which is also an individual sport, but it's the toughness. Anytime you play an individual sport, you're out there by yourself. You don't have a teammate to lean on. It's you versus the sport versus the field. So you got to get the job done. Baseball teaches you failure. In baseball, we've talked about this. If you go 3 for 10, you're a hero. If you only do something 30% of the time, you're known as great. But baseball teaches you how to fail. So what we ask our football players at Verona do is you needed to play another sport other than football. And I just talked about the advantages of the fundamentals of the agility, the speed, the power, the strength that other sports give you. So remember that, athletes, remember that, parents, not only from a recruiting standpoint, the first thing they ask is, do they play another sport? And they sit there and they write that down. The second thing is other sports provide you so much fundamentals that will make you better in the individual sport that you excel at. Play other sports, people. Don't specialize.
That's awesome, Coach. I don't know. Can't tell you how many times I've had the conversation with sports now being year round, the baseball being year round, even basketball. I mean, it's good to get out there and multitask, if you will, learn other ways to do things. And man, we could go down every sport, archery, golf. I mean, they all could benefit any other sport you play. That's awesome.
Well. Let me tell you something. Dr. Thomas Loughran from VCU Sports Medicine, who worked directly with Verona football, but he spoke about it often. He often contributed to injuries nowadays that happens in sports just because they didn't develop the muscles that other sports specialization. They didn't develop those muscles and movements that other sports provided. So it's also not only also it is a healthy standpoint. You know, the argument is, are we playing too much sport right now? Are we playing year round one sport? It could be dangerous. But with that being said, other sports develop muscles that you need. And right now, injuries are up on an athlete that trains more. How's that happen?
That's a great point.
Good
The
question.
doctor's chiming in. I love that.
The doctor chiming in.
I love
So
it. All right, Stu. We're not as close to 5 o'clock as we usually are, but it's going to be here soon.
we're nowhere near 5 o'clock. If you have a 5 o'clock right now, drink a mimosa.
I love it. All right, thanks,
All right,
Coach.
boss.